All right, y'all, I want to come in and talk about Ethereum because we just had the Ethereum merge. And is this turning out to be a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of deal? We had this last move up on Ethereum leading up to just around the time when the merge was going to officially move from proof of work to proof of stake. And then last night, when the merge actually did happen, we had a small rally to the upside followed by this large dump to the downside. So we're going to be talking about that, guys. So make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because I don't know if you can smell that, but it's going to be a healthy video today, guys. A healthy dose of technical analysis. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is doing right now. Bitcoin is coming down to a very, very key area of support. And this, to me, is kind of the final frontier when it comes to actually getting a move to the upside. Now, if you have been following my channel, you know that we took a long from right here, and we took a short from right here over in the VIP Discord. And shout out to my thumbnail guy, by the way. This guy makes some good thumbnails, and I guess now all my private messages with him are currently on display. But if we come over to the potential trade setups, you can see that we were able to take a short from right around this area of, that 23K area, basically 22.6. Setup was given in advance over here earlier this week when we were looking for that. And then, of course, we did also long the bottom. Setup was also given in advance over in the VIP Discord in the live streams when we were looking to come down below 18,555 with bullish divergences. So you can see we came long to 18,555, and then we shorted the around 23K area, 22.6. And we've been saying that the most important area right now that we have lost this high volume node of 21.4 is this macro value area low. Why is that? Because our whole hypothesis was potentially we were getting a macro bottom here on Bitcoin where we were going to bottom out here, put in a higher low, and then continue to the upside. However, if we now lose this value area right here for Bitcoin, that is going to be very, very bearish. And if Bitcoin is acting very bearish, I think that Ethereum will also act in a bearish manner as well. Now, if Bitcoin just chills out around here, it can give Ethereum some room to move to the upside, okay? Now, let's kind of look at this Ethereum chart and talk about what is happening right now. I want to go to the 4-hour time frame so that we can just kind of get an idea of what is happening with ETH. Now, I'm a very technical trader. I approach things from a technical standpoint and not necessarily a fundamental standpoint. And yesterday I was showing that the technicals were a little bit unclear for Ethereum, and they're still a little bit unclear for Ethereum. Let me show you what I mean here. The key areas that we have to think about on our chart right now are going to be, first of all, this box right here. Okay. Now I'm just going to be using my eye here to mark out these key areas, but we can see very clearly that after we bottomed out on the 17th of June, we had a triple area, technically 4 taps of this important box of resistance, which then got flipped to support and support. And the way support and resistance works is if you ever have a level on your chart that price cannot break above, and then it does break above and it's now bouncing off that same level, that's called a support resistance flip, where what used to be resistance is now acting as support. And you can see that ETH still has not come down to test this key area of support. Now, if we take a look at some of the volume that ETH has traded in this little range, we can see that we are coming down below the value area low of this upper little chunk of price action. But if we pull this back to maybe right here, we can see that, again, the most significant zone that we need to be aware of is going to be this green box. And so as long as we don't lose this green box for ETH, I'm actually still bullish. Now, let me just make a little caveat here that I am bullish on Ethereum overall, and I do think this merge is something that is bullish. And my reasoning, although I am a technical trader, I have a fundamental reason for being bullish long-term on Ethereum. I have a fundamental reason for holding Ethereum on spot, and that's this, okay? I look at crypto and blockchain technology in general as its own asset class, but I look at it as an asset class that is going to be utilized in the future by world governments as we watch the fourth industrial revolution take place. As we watch this great reset, as it's called, come into fruition, which it is very systematically, in a very controlled fashion. We can see all the puzzle pieces coming together. The Federal Reserve just released a report talking about how the existing blockchain infrastructure is going to be used for the future CBDC, central bank digital currencies, that the United States and other governments are going to be implementing very, very soon, within the next 5 to 10 years. And because these blockchain infrastructures are already going to be used, this is something they're already planning for, that makes me bullish on these assets, because not only is this, originally crypto was looked at as something that was decentralized and super libertarian, but now, unfortunately, I believe that cryptocurrency has been co-opted by potentially the powers that should not be, so to speak, and this technology is going to be utilized, and specifically Ethereum is going to be utilized by world governments to do smart contracts and even build their own currencies on top of the Ethereum network, which is now green, right? Buzzword. You hear the word green, hear the word environmentally friendly. Well, that should be causing some alerts to go off in your head, saying, this is the direction that everything is heading in, right? So that's my little caveat about why I think this is bullish overall, and why I am bullish on Ethereum in the long term. But coming back to the short term right here, because I trade based on the technicals only, I don't trade based on fundamentals. As long as we don't lose this box right here, I think that this could still be a strong support. Now, the reason I say that is because if we come down to here, we can look and we can see that we could still be getting bullish divergences on the 4-hour time frame right here. We can see that the weekly time frame for Ethereum is actually looking pretty bullish. Money flows crossing to the upside. We've got green trigger waves here. I don't think there's any reason to get overly bearish until we start to lose this green box, right? I always like to zoom out after a volatile move and get some macro perspective, right? This is how we are able to get into the juicy trades that we take over in the VIP Discord. And by the way, if you want to get into the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. And this is not a signals group, guys, but it is a technical analysis group. This morning, we were looking to get a bounce from the 19.5 area on Bitcoin. That is literally exactly where we got the bounce from. You can see this is the box that we gave in advance this morning, and we bounced right from the box, right? It's because it's a technical analysis group. We're identifying those key areas and identifying all this kind of stuff. And by the way, if you want to learn how to trade this way, you can check out the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. The purpose of this course is to give you that point A to point B comprehensive trading system so that you always know where you're looking to enter a trade, where you're looking to take profit, where you should set your stop loss, and more. It will teach you how to read the charts, feel confident in your trades, how to read the charts and feel confident in your trades. It won't teach you how to proofread your website to avoid duplicate content, but it will teach you how to stop FOMO trading and trading with emotions, something that is very important to always stay one step ahead of the markets and have a plan in advance. So, what are we looking at right now? When it comes to Ethereum, guys, I am looking to hold this green box. If we start to lose this green box, I will start to become much more bearish on Ethereum, and I will start to be looking for lower prices. Now, what are the lower prices that we would be looking for? Well, the unfortunate news here, guys, is this, okay? If we start to lose this blue box, we could see on these higher term time frames, we have very, very little support until we come down to these, this $300 to $600 area, right? Now, it would not surprise me if we do get one big massive move down on all of crypto, on everything in general, before we actually do bottom out. But for right now, this is the level that we need to be aware of, okay? If we do come down to this area, what are we looking for? How are we going to know if we are actually going to hold this area? Well, what I like to look for is bullish divergences, right? Bullish divergences. I like to see those juicy, uneven butt cheeks on market Cipher B. We want to see the momentum waves looking like this woman who's been out partying all night. And what she does is she does this dance where she only uses her left leg, and it causes the glutes to become highly developed on the left side and not so developed on the right side. Okay, so as we are coming down to this key area of support, what I want to see is I want to see some of these higher term time frames, like the 4 hour and the 1 hour, looking kind of like what they look like right now. Okay, I want to see a deep momentum wave like this and a not so deep momentum wave like that. And this is really going to be the, should I say, the confirmation that's going to let us know that we are going to get a bounce. If we come down to here and we see floppy butt cheeks like this, okay, where that right cheek is lower, that is telling us that we are not going to get a bounce, and we need to sit on the sideline, not enter into any leverage trades until we actually get our confirmations. So, right now we were unclear yesterday if we were going to pump or dump from this news. Right now, this green box, that I would say 13K-ish to 14K, this is key support. If we lose that, look for lower. If we hold that, look for a potential move to the upside. For Bitcoin, again, we are at this key area of support. If we lose it, I will be looking for lower. If we hold it, I will be looking for higher. So that's it for today's video, guys. God bless everybody. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, I pray everybody is very, very blessed in multiple ways. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.